What's up, guys? Iceman here. Welcome to Meditations. So I noticed in some of my videos, a few of you guys wanted to defend women with tattoos and how that's like a non-differentiating point as to whether or not one is more valuable than the other. So I wanted to explain why tattoos on women are objectively and by nature disgusting. So first off, there are very few things that the three main religions of the world agree on: Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. But one of those things is tattoos. They're forbidden, they're against the law of the religion, and so forth. But I think there is a natural imperative as to why men who are honest with themselves inherently know that they are disgusting and unattractive. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that a female with a tattoo should be looked less upon. It should just mean that if you're an intelligent, valuable man, that you will not select her or allow her to select you when it comes to being partners, dating, girlfriend, marriage, or whatever. So I think one of the most compelling reasons as to why tattoos on women are detestable is because when a man looks at the female body, he's looking innately and subconsciously and consciously for beauty, okay? For cleanliness, okay? For something that is unscathed and untainted. Now, of course, being in the flesh, all of us are basically all those things to some level or another. But when men seek or desire women, they are seeking the ones who are less of those things and not more of those things. So having a tattoo on a female is just adding to the case of her being tainted, just those things. Disfigured to an extent, drawn upon. I mean, weren't we taught this shit when we were kids? Don't color on yourself. It's just odd. And I think that there are men who like to defend these women, for one, because these men are unable to get the higher tier ones who don't have tattoos, who are more clean, who are less whores, basically. So they like to defend the ones who have tattoos. Another reason as to why I think lesser valued men are okay with women with tattoos, and they'll go as far as to protect it. It's kind of like the Matrix. You know how the people who are in the Matrix, they will defend it while they're in it because they don't want to see. They're afraid of seeing. There's a similar parallel with this whole tattoo thing. So I think that another reason as to why men are inclined to want to defend the idea of women and having tattoos and how it's not a bad thing at all is because those women are more approachable, and because of what it signifies that they're more social, they're more outgoing, both of which are bad things in my opinion when you're trying to get a woman. Why would you want a woman who's more sociable with men? Who's more outgoing with men? So she's going to be out in the market or out in work, even worse, out in her job place, and she's just going to be more outgoing, more sociable, more flirtatious with other men. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Let me know in the comments below. We're kind of testing logic here. But a reason why men, I think, protect that and why they kiss up to the women with tattoos is because it also offers for a conversation piece. They're like, oh, wow, cool tattoo. I don't know how many times I've heard that, especially growing up. Men will approach a woman, oh, wow, I love your tattoo. Just a real simp, a real kiss-ass move. And of course, women they're familiar with that sort of enhancements from men when they have the tattoos, because that's what they're to expect. That's probably why they got them, because they know they're going to be approached by many men. They know men are going to kiss the ass of it, and no one's ever told them, no, don't do it, or no, you shouldn't, or yes, it devalues you for X, Y, and Z reason. But I think that's another reason as to why men defend them, is because they're more approachable. And it's a conversation piece where a man can kiss her ass. But I think that innately, if those men were honest with themselves, if you were to compare A to B, A not having tattoos and B having tattoos, in the ultimate state of enlightenment and whatever it is we're going for here, say that you had to live forever and things just kept honing up into your state of ultimate idealism. If you were in that state, like a state of nirvana or some shit, and if you had two perfect women in like your mind and your objectivity and all that, you would ultimately pick the one without that shit all over her skin. When I see them, I want to rub them off. Like, I can't imagine trying to copulate or do something of intimacy with a female with a tattoo, especially if she's naked and we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of things, because I'm just going to think that it's a piece of feces. I think that's why it triggers in our mind that we have to clean it off. It's like, oh, I shouldn't be doing anything with this woman right now because she's not clean. She has to bathe still because there's this piece of blackened discoloration that's like it's like a piece of art of some sort, or a fish or a fucking dolphin or something. And I think that innately we just want to clean that thing off. Now, a lot of guys are going to deny this, but it's just a truth of reality. And I think that's why it is forbidden in the three main religions of the world, and why ultimately, I think there is a naturalistic imperative that men have in their subconscious where they really don't like them on women. All right. Now, I'm curious what you guys have to say about that in the comments below. This is the truth, and you can try to argue it if you want. I would appreciate it if you do. And I'd be curious what others have to say about it. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace be with you.